Romance anime used to be beautiful, heart-wrenching, hilarious, heartbreaking. They used to make me scream at 2 a.m. as a lonely, sleep-deprived grade schooler back in 2008. Where romance anime today is, okay. Is he jerking off? Please, anybody explain! What happened to the uwu shit? The flustered moments with the orbs in the background and the fourth wall-breaking arrows that add comedy and sustenance? Shit that brings the viewer in to say this show doesn't take itself seriously, but the characters do. Romance in anime is often characterized by the term shoujo, which literally translates to young girl, and is said to just be fluffy hee-hee uwu love stuff, while shonen translates to young boy, which tends to correlate with the pow pow boom shows, when in reality, shonen also has this, romance. This, yeah, really cute romance. And this, which made me gross sob and stay in my room for 5 days, and you're telling me this is just for boys? Enjoying shoujo anime also isn't just high school romance, it's also political action adventures, complex drama, shows that the fellas are really sleeping on, but shh, we aren't talking about that. I love shoujo as much as the next person, and because I like looking outside of my demographic. Going deeper into anime. I guess you can say, I'm not like other girls. There's something about shoujo romance that brings the audience in. It focuses on such a slow burn and just character interaction and relationships with greater depth and subtlety. I'm telling you that shoujo romance anime puts tension between two characters on a whole nother level. She's afraid of thunder, so he put headphones on her? I'm not really saying that romance anime is actually dead like what the title says, but the type of romance anime that came out between the mid-2000s and the 2010s are pretty much gone. Done. Dead. Shonen really is the lifeline for romance anime right now, coming out with Horimiya, My Dress-Up Darling, the Quintuplets anime, Komi Can't Communicate, Rent a Girlfriend, whereas I'm looking for shows like Kimi ni Todoke, Snow White with the Red Hair, Ouran High School Host Club, Maid-sama, Kami-sama Kiss, Aoharu Ride. What happened to these love stories? Where did the romance go? I miss shoujo so much, and I want to talk about it. Hi there, my name is Inakyu, and I love love, if you haven't noticed. I love romance anime. Slice of life romance is a genre staple. Stories about love, about your first crush, is a tale as old as time. There's sort of a guilty pleasure feeling to watching these stories. It's definitely not the most amazing, spectacular show that's coming out in a season. It's not Attack on Titan, it's not Chainsaw Man. The genre is really repetitive, and when you watch enough, it has an ending where you know exactly what's going to happen, and yet you still want to see it happen. There's a girl at the top of her class and a misunderstood guy, or the other way around. They find out a big secret that nobody can know, and it becomes something that ties the two of them together. They might not like each other in the beginning. In fact, it's better if they hate each other. They spend more time together because of funny anime circumstances and see each other in a new light. When someone finally realizes their feelings for the other, boom, a new love interest enters the scene. And now there's jealousy, there's fighting, until they realize that they care so much because they're in love. And then the show ends with hand-holding, and if we're lucky, a kiss, and if we're super lucky, a second season. But does the show finish? No. Sometimes it ends with just them having these feelings and they're just happy to be around each other, and there's no second season or third, and you're unhappy because you want more and there's not. And that's the formula. Every anime romance takes place in high school, and you can just watch a pretty girl and a pretty boy get together so often at this age. Just high school kids in different fonts. Shoujo romance got to the point where it's getting parodied now by shows like Nozaki-kun, Kiss Him Not Me, and Kaguya-sama. They literally make fun of shoujo romance, but shoujo romance can never die. It's something my 12-year-old pubescent self wanted and giggled over, and it's something that my current self longs for. Let's talk about what I consider the classics, the peak, the chef's kiss of shoujo romance anime. I mentioned this trope earlier. One of the characters always has to have a secret, or our two leads do not get along at first. This girl has a secret job, she is secretly female, and this girl is secretly in love with a cat. The main girl only cares about school until she starts caring about this idiot with a goofy grin, and now this man has fallen in love with her roundhouse kick. They were so good. Around the mid-2010s, shoujo romance decided to add some more variety into the mix. We got shoujo romance focused on deeper stories, a show set in the medieval times with a romance between a prince and a regular girl, a girl who accidentally becomes god and is stuck with a fox demon to protect her, and of course there will always be high school romance anime, but instead of liking the pretty boy in this one, she falls in love with the unconventionally attractive guy. There are darker tones to some of them, whatever these are. This then leads us into the present, where in 2020, there were literally 0 shoujo anime adaptations, despite shoujo manga having a ton of sales competing with shonen manga. Right now, what's kept me alive is Wotakoi, which came out last year with no second season, and the remake of my favorite shoujo romance anime that came out in 2006 actually. It got the Brotherhood treatment and got remade in 2017, the infamous Fruits Basket. But other than those two, come on shoujo anime, let the girls eat. While shonen romance can be a hit or miss, you know what always hits? Anime movies that can make you cry. Movies don't really have a demographic labeled on them, and so I hope anime can lean more towards that. Makoto Shinkai animates movies that you can always bawl to. I swear, this man is about to make me cry to a chair. Movies like Ride Your Wave, I Want to Eat Your Pancreas have me crying in the club at 3 a.m. Now, if you're like me and all of your favorite shoujo romance don't have a second season, and or you've seen the lack of shoujo romance, do you want to know what I did? Do you know what got me through high school? Reading shoujo and only shoujo. So if you're looking to get into reading some shoujo manga, here's a beginner list of manga that have made me scream internally at 3 a.m. Dengeki Daisy, a shoujo manga classic. Because studios refuse to adapt it into an anime, I swear, reading it I would put it next to shows like Ouran and Maid and all the other ones. I implore everyone to read it if you like shoujo romance and want the classic feeling to it. It's everything you could want, it's mature, it's funny, it progresses so well, and the characters are quality. The manga follows Teru, a girl who has been left alone after the passing of her older brother. With nothing but a cell phone left behind, Teru finds comfort with the only contact in it, Daisy. If she needs anything or anyone to talk to, Daisy is someone that she can rely on. For years, she confides with this mystery person, Daisy, and one day when she accidentally breaks a school window, she meets someone that makes her question Daisy's identity entirely. It's such a good read. I look back at this manga very, very fondly, but I will say that there is an age gap. But overall, great story. And we follow that with our next manga, Strobe Edge. Brought to you by the mangaka of Aoharu Ride, I present to you the better story. I said it, I stand by it. If you're a fan of love triangles that will rip your entire being out of you, read Strobe Edge. The heartbreak, the romance will make you laugh and cry, and this manga will just make you feel things. There's an unrequited love, a love triangle, an underdog that you want to root for. Such real experiences that you will undoubtedly enjoy if you pick up Strobe Edge. It's your typical high school shoujo romance love story, so I'm not gonna say too much about the plot, just read it so you can be in as much pain as I was. And finally, we have QQ Sweeper and Queen's Quality. We love a dark fantasy romance. This is a 2-in-1 manga rec because QQ Sweeper only has 3 volumes, and then you can read Queen's Quality, which is the main story. In this manga, we follow Fumi, a girl who has been told throughout her entire life that she's cursed. One day, she meets a handsome boy with the title of a sweeper, a person who goes into the minds of troubled people and quite literally cleanses their souls. In this world, negative emotions manifest themselves into these little bug monsters that sweepers take care of. There's action, there's a sense of mystery as to why our main girl is cursed. It's engaging, it's exciting, and high-key has made me want to clean up my room, my house. It's weird, it's interesting, it deals with real life issues and should be on your read list. I've thoroughly enjoyed all of these manga and know that it will satisfy your shoujo heart. Originally, I wanted to make a video about the shoujo classics, Ouran Maid Fruits Basket, but I kept getting really mad writing this script, and then it turned into a rant, and then I brain vomited this video out. And don't get me started with 90s romance shoujo anime, Fushigi Yugi. Oh, I also forgot to mention honorable honorable mention Full Moon wo Shagashite. I swear I can keep going, and I will if you want me to. But if you want a dedicated video to a shoujo classic, please let me know. And if you're looking for a more detailed video about the shoujo crisis that is happening, I have to point you to Colleen's video on the decline of shoujo anime, and the Anime Tease video Shoujo Romance is Disappearing. Both videos are incredibly insightful and are very, very interesting to watch. Both of them give so much perspective on the anime industry entirely, and with that, I wanted to add my perspective and thoughts to the conversation around shoujo. Actually, please let me know your thoughts as well. Leave a comment down below if you've seen the lack of shoujo anime coming out recently. Have you watched shoujo anime before? Please let me know your thoughts. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all of it, none of it. Also leave your opinion on romance anime in general. Do you like it as a subplot to a bigger story? Do you like when it's all about romance? Just let me know. It's not like I care or anything. Cool people comment on videos.